I'm gonna turn on this other one right here so we can get some Facebook action going on here. Vimeo's not wanting to work, so I think that I'm gonna give up on that, but yeah, it's not working. That's fine. So let me just try one thing really quick. So I'm in here in my car, and I'm just like, I've done this before. I was just kind of like playing around with the car because it has ambient lighting in here. So you can say, hey car, ambient light green. It's like this. Ambient light green.
Ambient light green.
And then see the little lights there? They go green. And this is just to prove that you can get a reading literally with anything. Like you can literally, like I've always said that angel cards are kind of crap. No offense, people that love angel cards. Not crap. They're like a physical tool that you can use to trigger your higher self or to trigger your intuition or your inner knowing, just by your brain thinking that it's the cards when really it's you that's giving the readings. So it's like me, I'll get people's Chinese astrology sign, and they'll think I'm reading that, which I'll think I'm reading that, when in reality I'm actually reading their energy, which it's a lot less creepy when you feel like they're reading your sign rather than your actual energy, because you're like, what are they seeing? Let's see if this works now. I think the angel cards are awesome depending on who wrote them, because it's all based on their field. If I wrote angel cards, they wouldn't be very authentic because I'm not like an angel person. I know a lot of people that come to class are very big on angels. And you know what? Honestly, who we're talking to out, the ETs that we're talking to, they're probably angels. But the only angels I see down here are super creepy ones with eyeballs all around their heads. And the only thing that I know that has a bunch of eyeballs is Satan. So that scares me. I just have different experiences with different things. So I'd imagine that my angels probably disguise themselves as men in robes and things like that so they don't get scared. I think that we just see what we have the capacity to see, or what we're willing to see and what we trust. Oh, good. We're up. Okay, so we're up on Facebook and we're up on Patreon. Good. Okay, so check this out. So my car, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, God, life is boring. I just got the kids down, Jeff down, and I was like, I need to run to Target because Buddy took a Sharpie to the carpet. So I figured I'm going to go get a carpet cleaner. So ran over here to get this. Hopefully Jeff isn't watching this. As Jeff texts me and says, what? Sharpie? I thought you were going to get Gorilla Glue. Because I need to make Madison a Disney thing. Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I got Jeff down too. So anyway, so let's see. So I'm sharing on Facebook, sharing on here. I actually figured out a way to share on, a 14-year-old taught me how to use Discord and Streamlabs so I can stream on Twitch and use Twitch to communicate with people and go through YouTube. And I was like, wow, I need a bunch of 14-year-olds working for me because these kids know what's up when it comes to streaming. But I don't need all the equipment I had. I just need 2 computers linked, and she totally linked it up for me. Janice's best friend's daughter. Anyways, I wish I had her Twitch name right now. I would say it so that you guys could follow her on Twitch. I'll get it and I'll let you guys know. But anyways, okay. So here's the deal. So you can read anything. You can read straws. You can read. I had some people, mediums, read dirty plates. They read dirty plates. Like they read after you eat, they'll read your plate. What else? Palm reading, anything. So cards will just trigger us a certain way. So anyway, I start doing this with my car. So watch. Glenn's gone, so we'll pick on him. Ambient light, Glenn.
Ambient light red.
Ooh, Glenn's red. Let's see who else is here. I can't tell who's here. Okay, so check this out. Ambient light, Rachel.
Ambient light red.
Ooh, Rachel's red too. Okay, so let me see. Let me flip this around. So some of those mediums that are like, give you your like angel colors or whatever, your soul colors, could just be asking for Mercedes. Let's see. So I'm going to put this right here. I want to this to prop up. Oh well, just prop it right here. Oh, it's looking at me anyways. I want it to, anyways, okay. So here we go. Who else we got here? Shelly's going me, 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 me. Ambient light Shelly. Didn't even answer. Oh, what? Devil with a cross came on? That's funny. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, let's turn Devil with the blue dress off when I asked about Shelly. I'm kidding, Shelly. You know I love making fun. It's because I love you. Okay. Ambient light God.
Ambient light violet.
Okay. So it's saying violet. Ambient light Christ.
Ambient light white.
Okay, it's white. So it's actually changing colors. Oh, wait, here, let me give it the full effect. There, let me see. Maybe I'll even see if I can put my lid up. Even though I have like 2 humongous vacuum cleaners in the back of my car. Oh, that's not going to be good. That's going to smash my roof. As I gouge a hole in my roof. Okay. All right. So let's see. Who else is here? Who else is here? Who wants me to say their name? I think we're going to have to do Shelly again. Ambient light Shelly. It will not answer Shelly's. So it won't answer. Okay. Ambient light Shelly. Okay, so it's doing that. So let's see. Ambient light Shelly's soul. Ambient light Glenn.
Ambient light turquoise.
You're turquoise now, Glenn. So I went from red to turquoise. Ambient light God.
Ambient light violet.
Okay. Ambient light. Ambient light angel.
Ambient.
Okay. Ambient light soul.
Ambient light turquoise.
Ambient light higher self.
Air scarf right side off.
What did it say? Air scarf right side off. So when I said earlier, ambient light Jesus, it said right seat heat eliminated. Not quite sure what that means. Sorry about the soundtrack, guys. I don't really have any. Just got the radio going on here. Maybe we can get some good 80s music. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Ambient light Archangel Michael.
Function currently not possible.
Yeah, because the archangels aren't here anymore. Okay. Let's see. It's a Mercedes. Ambient light spirit.
Ambient light orange.
Okay, so that's creation. Ambient light grounded.
Ambient light red.
Ambient light astral plane. Look, it took me to a place.
Please say the name of the country again.
That's crazy. No, the people on Facebook can see my face. You guys, I'm showing you the ambient light.
Cancel.
Okay. Ambient light Marisa.
Ambient light red.
Okay, red. Ambient light Marisa that channels.
Please repeat. Cancel.
Ambient light the channel.
Ambient light yellow.
Okay. What was the other one? Ambient light Holy Spirit.
Ambient light green.
Let me see, what was the other one? What are some other names here? Lisa, okay. Ambient light, Lisa.
Ambient light blue.
Ooh, Lisa, you're in your soul. Ambient light, manifestation.
Ambient light turquoise.
All right. Ambient light, 3D world.
Ambient light green.
Ambient light, 5D world.
Function currently not possible.
It's because I dropped. Earlier, it was saying the 3D world was orange and that the 5D world was turquoise. Ambient light, Shelly. You're green now, Shelly. Did you ground yourself? I bet she totally grounded herself. Good job, girlfriend. Ambient light, chakra.
Function currently not possible.
See? Ambient light, God.
Ambient light violet.
Back to violet. Okay, so this was the freaky part. Listen. Ambient light, Jack.
Ambient light white.
Anyone that came to class last week and the week before, I've been obsessed about Jack and the Beanstalk, and Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, and I'm determined that Jack is some rogue god. I think he might be the god of the Jehovah's Witnesses, with Jehovah. It's like a Beanstalk is connecting people into that God energy or that Godhead. How we do that? Ambient light, Christianity. It's like unwilling to answer. Ambient light, Judaism. Ambient light, Muslim.
Ambient light red.
Ambient light, Buddhism.
Ambient light blue.
Ambient light, spirit.
Ambient light red.
Okay, so now I'm going to take me into my real self. So I'm just going to say, I am I, and I am the me that exists beyond me through all times and spaces, places. No matter where I am, what time it is, what life it is, what reality it is, I am the me that will always be me forever and ever for eternity. Okay, so here we go. Ambient light, me.
Ambient light green.
Heart. Crazy. Okay. Ambient light, the collective.
Ambient light red.
Ooh, dun dun dun. Ambient light, Scott.
Ambient light turquoise.
Ooh, Scott, good job. I don't even know if he's here. I just like to pick on him. Let's do Janice. Ambient light, Janice. Oh, you know what, Shelly? It wouldn't answer yours. I bet you it's when it's out of body. Ambient light, out of body.
Ambient light white.
Ambient light, the devil.
Ambient light yellow.
It said that last time. It said that last time. Ambient light, Jesus.
Ambient light white.
Ambient light, Christ.
Ambient light white.
Ambient light, Antichrist.
Ambient light orange.
Ooh. Can you think of anything else? What's some of the ones? Is there anyone else here that I'm missing? Gingers we are. Glenn, you crack me up. Let's see. Ambient light, discover intuition.
Ambient light orange.
Ooh. Ambient light intuition radio.
Ambient light yellow.
This is a little better. Let's see. So, what's it? Ambient light Holy Spirit.
Please repeat.
Ambient light Holy Spirit.
Ambient light orange.
Ooh. Ambient light Sophia. It's taking me to a place. It's taking me to a place. It keeps doing that. So that means that Sophia's in the astral plane. She's not the real Holy Spirit. Everyone thinks that Sophia is the Holy Spirit. She's not. She's like the devil or something in disguise. That's my opinion, at least. Okay, so I wish I could flip the camera so that, oh, they can. I can flip the camera. Here we go.
Cancel.
There we go. So this is what everyone's looking at over on Patreon. Okay. Let me turn this light up. Hold on, I've got two phones in my hands trying to pull this off. Anyone else have a name that they want me to do? Anyone else here? I can't see you guys on Facebook, so you'd have to come over to YouTube or go on to Patreon so I can see who's on there. Once I have my Twitch set up, I'll be able to see more. Ambient light Gabriel.
Ambient light violet.
Ooh, I know. Ambient light Saint Germain.
Ambient light green.
Ambient light Saint Germain with mustache. Again, she's looking for a place. So what I was saying was, like, you can read anything. So like if I actually sat here for like 10 minutes before. I almost missed target. It's sending me to somewhere. Okay.
Cancel.
Okay, so did I get Glenn? Did I get Rachel? Let me see who. I can't tell who I have on Facebook. I wish I had another device. This is just totally tripping me out. What was the other one? Oh. Ambient light Metatron.
Ambient light red.
Ooh. Ambient light vaccination. It's like I'm unwilling to answer that question and get culture canceled. Ambient light Pfizer.
Ambient light turquoise.
Ambient light. Help me out here with the names of them. Ambient light Johnson and Johnson.
Please repeat.
Ambient light Johnson and Johnson.
The station has not been found.
It did that with Satan, right? Hasn't been found. Or no, the Antichrist. Ambient light COVID.
Ambient light red.
What's another one that we can do? Okay. Ambient light Gaia.
Ambient light violet.
So what I'm seeing, honestly, is like, okay, so I see the guides, and they're all standing like up above, like on this cliff. And I asked to be taken into the me that I'll always be, like through eternity, like that doesn't change. The witness, you know, what makes me me, the individual piece of God that I am. Code 96-1236724-99763AB4476. Like, we all have like a code. I've been doing a lot of soul charts lately. My eyes look crazy right now because it's dark in here. I've been doing a lot of soul charts lately, and I think I'm going to start offering them to people. I'm thinking Glenn may be my first one, and I'm going to make him do my chart, astrology chart trade, because I don't want to charge anyone until I know that I can still do the soul charts, because they are a completely different structure than they were before. Or if someone already paid me for one and I haven't done it yet, let me know, because the soul charts are absolutely like insanely amazing now, because everything that we are is inside of us. And it's like, you can ask like where like Niagara Falls is within you, like ambient light hot spring.
Ambient light green.
Yeah, green's good. Ambient light millionaire.
Ambient light green.
Yeah. So I was hearing that if I was in the green, I could manifest, whatever I wanted. I was hearing if I was in the red, that I was in the false reality created by man. The collective was in the red, right? And then I was hearing that in there, God is violet. I'm sorry, God is white. But in the true reality, God is no color, like transparent. So like no color pops up when you, I know. Ambient light awareness.
Ambient light orange.
Yep, because it's inside of creation. So just those of you that don't know chakras, if you're watching this, so red is in my eyes is the root chakra. It's where we start our life. Till about age 7. At age 7 to 8, we switch over into our second chakra, where we have a lot more emotions, where our individual spirit lies, but it's also part of our family. So we're still part of our family, our friends, our society, our religion, things like that. The Holy Spirit's at the top of the second chakra, so it ends there. That's where Christianity tops off to, at the very top of the second chakra. Jesus came 2,000 years ago to get us out of the root and into the second chakra, give us some emotions and teach us how to evolve through our emotional body into forgiveness and compassion so that nothing can bother us. We're just reflections of each other, and we can't get mad at somebody for calling us something because they're just calling themselves that. So whatever we're calling somebody else, that's really just us looking at us. Down in the root, where there's a lot of narcissists, because it's just nothing but mirrors. You're in a box. You're in mirrors. All you see is yourself. You can't see past your own nose, and you just only see yourself. The second is a little bit more difficult because it's kind of you looking in the reflection of water, so can it get distorted all the time? If you fall into the water, basically in the second chakra, you fall down into like the murky water. Like in the beginning, there was a word, and the word was God, and then God said, let there be light. They go through that whole thing. They talk about how God was hovering over the face of the deep, and he created the firmament, and it was above the water and below the water. So in the second chakra, the firmament it's above the water and below the water. So the firmament is like in the top of the second chakra, and the water is the third chakra, and the water is the bottom of the second chakra. And the bottom of the second chakra water is like Leviathan, like the astral squids, the nasty, gross, weird, like yucky, like creatures that you see, leeches, parasites, things like that. That's like the lower abdomen area. When you get up into like more like the water up in the solar plexus, then you're going more into like the fresh water. And up there is Christ. Okay, so Christ is Jesus' higher self, right? So up there is Christ, and you're the I am that I am. And that's the top of that one, the third chakra. And that one is yellow. So it goes red, orange, yellow. Now within the third chakra, there is a root chakra, which is interesting. So once you're in the third chakra and you've evolved and you've expanded into a solar plexus being, and you are 33, you start all over again, because you've kind of gone through this whole process from 14 to about 33 years old, where you've gotten to define yourself free from your family. Okay, so you've gone into the solar plexus and you've tried to work your way through up into Christ consciousness. From there, your I am, you rise up into the heart, and in the heart is where your true God, spirit, truth, awareness is. It's where your truth is. And everybody's truth is different. You can argue with someone about your truth, and they may not agree with it, and they never will. Just like you can't make somebody laugh at a joke that you think is funny. Just like you can't tell someone how to laugh. They just have to laugh. You can't tell someone how to feel God, love God. They just have to feel it. So I'm going to suggest that everybody go into, say, take me out of any false root chakras that I would be connected in with right now. Take me out of any false root chakras that I've created. So these are like parallel realities, false worlds, creation templates that you have. Some of you have, like, everyone has implants. I see them every week, and I'm like, I got to do an implant removal class so I can just get everyone's implants out, but it would take an add-on because I'd have to do it and stay up all night. I haven't had the energy to stay up all night like I used to, stay up until like 4 in the morning and heal everybody. But I think tomorrow I might do that because we got a lot of implants to remove. And we put them in there as our higher self, as our soul. We actually put these things in there so that we will forget that we're God. Like imagine creating a master planned community and a game and all the people that were going to be in it. And you go to live in it and you know everything's going to happen, so it's just boring. But if you don't know what's going to happen, if you forget and you plant all these booby traps, like, oh, you're going to see this girl over here instead of your soulmate over here, and you're going to get tempted to go over there and miss your soulmate. You know, it's like exciting, you know, because being God, we know everything and we're kind of bored. So we're like, okay, I'm going to go create, like, and I'm going to go live down there in that reality. Ooh, ambient light, fallen angel.
Ambient light, orange.
Mm-hmm. Ambient light, Father. Ambient light, God the Father.
Ambient light, violet.
I mean, how crazy is this, you guys? It's like totally like, it's like doing the same thing. I mean, it's like, okay. Ambient light, Marisa.
Ambient light, red.
Okay, I'm red again. Ambient light, Jeff. He won't answer. He's not in his body. He's probably sleeping. Ambient light, Madison.
Ambient light, violet.
Ambient light, Matthew. It won't answer him. He's out of body. So isn't that weird? I wish that I could see more people over here on the, I think this is on YouTube, to see what your comments are. But, and I can't see any of the ones on Facebook. But if you guys want me to do this, what I'm going to do is, this is actually kind of fun. Like, I've been playing with this for like the last like month, and it literally is pretty like, it sticks with the things. And I mean, Earth sounds nothing like, because you're supposed to say ambient light, red.
Ambient light, red.
And then it turns red. See? Oh, it's red lights. Ambient light, green.
Ambient light, green.
Ambient light, zero light line.
Ambient light, violet.
Ambient light, I am my I am.
The station has not been found.
That's crazy. Ambient light, I am.
Ambient light, turquoise.
That's cool. So turquoise to me, what I kept getting was that it's like very new earth. It's the new earth. That's the color of the new earth. And it's the 5D earth. And the old earth. Oh. Ambient light, vampire.
Ambient light, turquoise.
Ooh. That's where the vampires are vampiring people. Ambient light, demon.
Ambient light, orange.
Ambient light, Michael. Ambient light, the channel.
Ambient light, yellow.
Okay. So anyways, once you go into the heart, the green, then you go into the soul, and the soul is up here in the throat. The soul is very water-based. And that's why when I heal you guys, I'd say, like, imagine water pouring down over you, like translucent water coming down over you, clearing you, cleansing you, cleaning you. So let's do like a little tiny meditation really quick. And hold on, let's see. Ambient light, healed human.
Ambient light, yellow.
Ambient light, earth.
Ambient light, orange.
Ambient light, Joe Biden.
Ambient light white.
Ooh. Watch this. Ambient light, Illuminati.
Ambient light white.
Ambient light, Cabal.
Ambient light yellow.
Ambient light, Bill Gates. It won't answer that one. Ambient light, Bill Gates.
Ambient light white.
Oh yeah, this way. Okay. Ambient light, Q. Ambient light, Q.
Ambient light yellow.
So yellow is like our matrix reality, our creation. Orange is more like the creation that's created for us. And if you look at it kind of like this, look at yourself as being like this big, huge hologram up in the violet. And you are like, you get smaller and smaller and smaller and denser and denser and denser the more you go down towards the red. And once you get down to red, you're like this, you know, fleshed, like heart. You're like a heart basically beating. So that's actually physical, but you're all energy. I mean, your energy, no matter what you look at it, it's just the slower moving energy is what you can see. Like a plane drives by really fast, you can barely see it. But if one goes by slow, you can see it a lot better. So we're all energy. So our awareness is the thing that moves and forth between all those different layers of us. You are, and that's who you are. So it really doesn't matter. And you're not pulling yourself back into yourself, because you could be in your ex-boyfriend or your husband or your wife, or like Demi was reading me and she's like, are you really, really sad? And I realized, oh my God, I've been in Jeff's field, like, because I'm stressing so much about wanting to make him happy and wanting to not have him stress that we're moving and, you know, all that stuff. So let me see. Ambient light, Vegas. I won't answer. Ambient light, Henderson.
Ambient light turquoise.
There you go. It's on the new earth. So anyways, the reading that I got was that anyone that has the turquoise is on the new earth. It's not necessarily the real earth. The real earth is the 7D. Okay. Ambient light, 7D earth. Ambient light, ascended earth. Won't answer. Ambient light, Pleiades. Won't answer. Ambient light, Sirius.
Ambient light orange.
That makes sense. Ambient light, consciousness.
Ambient light orange.
Ambient light, spirit. No. Ambient light, dead person. Won't answer. See, it takes me to a place. Whenever it's the astral plane, it takes me to a place. That's crazy.
Cancel.
Ambient light, Washington, D.C.
District of Columbia. The city, please.
Nothing.
Cancel.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can think of any. I wish I could see who was on here. But anyways, so that was fun. Let me see. Oops, I just clicked someone's message on there. So I'm gonna go now since Jeff's probably, well, not waiting for me, but I was like, oh, easily, I'll be home by 11. No problem whatsoever. I'll be home by 11 for sure. Target closes at 10. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then class tomorrow night, I found a really cool class on excuses, what our excuses are that are keeping us from being like what we want to be and who we want to be and all that stuff. And so I was thinking of running that live through my new way of Discord, where I can be like a commentator on the class. So I'll be able to fast forward through all the lame parts and then add to it, because I've been listening to all of my recordings. If anybody wants to listen to them and edit them, not edit them, but like write like from minute 4 to minute 17 needs to be cut out. Like if you want to listen to like my recordings, I've got over 1,000 of them, and they are absolutely amazing information that has all come true. Everything that was channeled was like so prophetic and totally came true. And anyone that wants to go through those for me and help me start to organize them, I'll give you access to everything on Patreon and everything in all of my drives and stuff. Because this one was on excuses that we did a while back. So we did a sound healing with Marco, breath work. We released all of our deep-rooted excuses as to why we're not happy. And there was a cool exercise in there, releasing abusive people from our lives and realizing the abuse that we give to ourselves. And I actually went in and removed your evil self from you, which I thought was pretty cool. And I did it as an attunement, and only like 3 people got it because only a few people were class. It must have been like a private class for only like tier 7. So I was thinking of maybe like helping to remove people's evil from inside, because we all have that evil, like he side. We all have it. Like anyone who says they don't is like full of it, or you know, it's their evil side that's taken over, and they're like, you're not evil. But it's not necessarily evil. It's just like, you know, someone that you can't stand falls and hits themselves in the face, and you laugh. That's kind of evil, right? People who like thought it was awesome that Trump was sick when he was sick, you know, that's kind of evil. People that talk trash about, you know, politics constantly and bash people online, that's not very nice. So anyways, I wanted to do that tomorrow night class. Remember that this next coming month, if you sign up for the $100 thing, I'm going to lock you guys in. $100, you come to all the Wednesday night classes for free, but you don't get healing unless you send me an email to healing@discoverintuition. And also, you won't get a number unless you register to come to class for free. I just had to log in 16,038-cent transactions for all the dollar people. Like, just shoot me now. No, don't shoot me now. Instant manifestation world, guys. Watch what we say. Anyways, cancel, delete. But yeah, it was a big, huge pain in the butt. And I figured, you know what? I might as well just do $100. Come to Wednesday night class for free. It'll be included. If we have other classes, we'll figure that out then. $150 people will get to come to Wednesday night and basically get the other Monday night class. I'm going to do the advanced class. That'll be included as well. And then we're just going to have the big, huge tier that's like the $300 to $500 tier for people who want to actually start teaching too. So I'll be coaching them and they'll be teaching, and we're going to have intuition.coffee in the mornings and in the afternoon, where different people are going to be leading meditations on Patreon. So we're going to make it a lot more community based. I'm going to make it cheaper, easier, no more coupon codes, no more like difficult stuff. Just turn on Patreon and it'll be there, you know. But I think getting a number is important, because by having a number, I can do the healing on you guys individually, coach you guys, and I'll be like, hey, number 27, get back in your body. It's always Janice. It's funny. It's always Janice. I find out afterwards that's out of her body, roaming around, not paying attention. And she'll be like, man, how'd you know? And I'm like, I didn't even know that was your number. Sue tells me afterwards who she numbers. But don't worry about this month, but next month. So if you get registered for the $100 thing, you will be coming to Wednesday night classes. I'm going to try this out for a little bit. I think it's just a lot easier. And then the meditations that everyone else does will be available to you. And then the $25 people will have access to the other people's stuff, the intuition.coffee. So we're just going to have a $25 one, $100 one. Oh, and the $150 one we'll have, we'll get, what's it called? The Intuition Lite for free, which is the $25 app that I have. We're going to start putting stuff there on a regular basis. And I am going to start posting daily on my Patreon, because I now have a team. And we have like hundreds of little 2-minute clips that we can post, and I'm going to start posting those daily. So make sure, if you're not registered for Patreon, to go over to intuitionliving.com. Make sure you register for my YouTube channel, because that's going to become a membership thing soon. And if you want to edit our recordings, don't edit them. Just tell us the times to cut out. And if you want to be part of a research and study group that I'm starting on Fridays, that Sue is probably going to spearhead, I want to start a class where she plays an old class, and she'll say, oh, well, this is cool because she was talking about how the soul is in the throat, and in Chinese medicine, that's actually the blah 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 and the blah blah blah. And then other people can kind of chime in, and it'll be kind of like a research, like learning about what it was that I channeled. And I may or may not be there, but I think it's going to be a Friday group, and it'll be charts, basically the people like charts. And then yeah, we're just going to start kind of researching the stuff that I've already channeled, because if we would have paid better attention to it, I don't think COVID would have happened. Honestly, they kept saying, to save the baby boomers, you must raise the vibration of the planet. You must do this, this, and this. They gave us very specific details on what we were supposed to do. But then me and Bill's brothers died on the exact same day, and it totally derailed us. So that makes me a little bit scared that, I don't know, I didn't want to go there. Anyways, but yeah, so we're back on track, and I want intuition to be more like all the stuff that I've done. I want it to start getting studied. Like Laura does such a good job. She'll go like, wow, we have a class from like 4 months ago, and it reminds me of this, and I read this here. And, you know, she kind of like relates and sticks everything together and shares what she learned from it. So if you want to do that, let me know, and we're going to start setting that up immediately. Anne is my new assistant, so if you hear from Anne on here, she's my new assistant, and she works part-time for me, about 4 hours a day. But she works all hours of the night. So, because she's in a different time zone, a very different time zone. I think they're like 8 hours before us. Yeah. Oh, somebody just commented on Facebook. Ambient light.
Cancel.
Ambient light Heidi.
Ambient light white.
Ooh. Ambient light Heidi's higher self.
Function currently not possible.
Oh, is Heidi not connected to our higher self? It's been requested with Heidi's permission that she be realigned, reconnected with her higher self, her soul, her oversoul, all layers of her within her 12-story building, big house, little house, mansion, all the fourth dimensional stuff, and that she be aligned with her I am I. So I am now Heidi, and I am I, if with her permission, aligning me, connecting me, grounding me, pulling myself into my body completely. It's done, it's done, it's done. Thank you. Okay. Ambient light Heidi.
Ambient light white.
Ambient light Heidi's higher self.
Ambient light white.
Ah! It just said it couldn't do it, and then it connected. So anyway, the fact that like the scary stuff is in white, but also the good stuff is there, just tells me that white is like, can be anything, you know? Madison told me that white wasn't good anymore because bad guys can get through white light, so they can't get through the black light. And I was like, well, not put black energy on people. But Buddy is getting very good with energy, and he says, the way that you heal anyone is you just say, rainbow, mommy, rainbow. So he'll say, come over and he'll go, rainbow, rainbow. Okay, so let's do this. Anyone that's listening to this now and in the future, it's commanded and requested that whatever Buddy's sending to me, not from him, but from the source of all creation, or the source of where it comes from, it's commanded that each person receive rainbow healing right now, instantly, on the count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Rainbow. Oh my God. Can you guys feel that? I wish I could see the chat so I could see what you guys are saying. I feel like like I'm a Gumby. Like literally Gumby. And like a razor blade's cutting the Gumby open and I'm crawling out. Ambient light Gumby.
Ambient light green.
I'll use green. Ambient light. Let me see. Oh, I know. Ambient light entity. Ambient light ET. Won't answer. Okay, lastly, ambient light Facebook.
Ambient light red.
Ooh. Okay, I probably bored you guys to death, but I could do this all night because I was actually writing down the colors and it was just, I kept doing the same thing. So let's try Shelly now. Ambient light Shelly. Oh, I went back to not having Shelly anything. Darn. Well, if it was fuzzy over on Facebook, click on over to YouTube. It looks like it went through okay over there and over on Patreon. If you haven't checked out my Patreon, I don't get censored over there. YouTube has culture canceled me. So 7 of my accounts got shut down. So I had 7 pages. They all just disappeared. One of my Instagram pages disappeared because I did a post on about giving my opinion on vaccinating your 12-year-olds the other day. And I got totally canceled. So Patreon's the only place where you can see me for sure and know that it's actually what I'm saying. And that's why I'm making it cheaper and free mostly. But if you want to come to classes for cheap, and classes are going up to $30 each. So classes will be $30. It'll be $100 to come every night for free. And then you'll still have to hold yourself accountable by emailing me or buying a free ticket to get your healing, or to get an actual number, so that I can do individual healing on everyone. Look at my vacuum cleaners. My vacuum cleaners try and get Sharpie out. All right. Anyways, I'm out late. I feel so free. I'm gonna get some gas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night at class. I may rerun part of that one and do like commentary on it. It's a really, really good meditation. It had Marco playing music, and it was like amazing. So I may just play that and then channel. I want to start channeling a lot more now that I'm off my medications, guys. I'm like, it's like information will not stop coming in. It's like, oh my God, stop. So I need to start documenting it more. So I might just be popping on here and there a lot more and just channeling like I used to. After Brian passed, my medication levels went up a lot. You guys probably could tell. And just, you know, antidepressant and stuff like that. And now I'm off all my medications. So with NAD, if you have any questions about that, let me know. I can hook you up with the girls who hooked me up with it. But it actually worked and got me off of opiates that I've been on for 20 years. So yay! I'm their first one. I'm their first success with the NAD patches. So anyways, okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. I wish I knew everyone who was here, but I know Glenn's here, and Lisa and Shelly. Thank you everyone for being here. Sorry I'm a freak and I'm weird, and but you know, if you don't like me, just click me off. But YouTube, don't cancel me. I love you. Okay, bye. Let's see if I can turn this off. How do I get this off? Yeah. Okay. Bye, Patreons. I love all of you.